So you can check all of those out. I'm going to be doing a walkthrough with the creators of Analytics. So it's going to be like a tour of the software. That's schedule that. Yeah, I just got scheduled. So just be around for that, right? Zach, you said you couldn't answer. I apologize. It must have fell out halfway. Alright, well, listening life cycle. I need to understand, I've established that you have to have an end date. At least, or at most 90 days. But, is 30 best, or is 60 best, or is 90 best? What is best for me as a bulk dropshipper? And so, this is with 30, and what I feel with 30 is, you could do 30 if you have a tool that enables you to post all of your items, your 100,000 item store, within 24 or 48 hours. Unfortunately, I was unable to do that. What's up, guys? I want to talk to you a bit about a new pursuit, or actually an old pursuit. It's been revived,
going on a trip? I'm
right?
taking advantage of this perfect weather myself.
I'm trying to learn more about my personality and how
Special
I
deal
can
for busy
better
travelers.
monetize
I'll even save the game from
I
you.
enjoy because of me being who I am, right?
Be
So
seeing you.
It's very hard for me to enjoy working on any one thing for more than a couple hours. Even 1 or 2 hours can be tricky in the long term. At first I can do it, but when it comes to 6 months later, guaranteeing that I'm still doing it, a year later, guaranteeing that I'm still doing it, it's tricky. So one of the things that I try to do is just have a lot of different things that I'm working on, and not banking on any one thing to really work out, right? But just focusing on, okay, what would I really enjoy and do well at this particular moment, and how can I kind of monetize these actions so that I'm kind of going about my day doing things that I enjoy, making piles of stuff, or visual stuff, that results in income, right? That's kind of the goal, is to just kind of
Going on a trip? I'm taking advantage of this perfect weather myself.
I'm getting back into my
Special deal for busy travelers.
Really enjoy doing. So the first generation Nintendo Game Boy was one of the most successful consoles ever sold. There are over 50 million of the units circulating. It's actually more than that, but just to give you an understanding, it's as popular as the PlayStation 2. There aren't as many Game Boys, at least original Game Boys, as PlayStation 2s, but this device has reached the hearts of
anything else?
Almost every single country in the entire
Going on a
world,
trip?
even the less developed nations. There's a lot of people.
Special deal for busy
travel. Emotional childhood nostalgic connection to Game Boys. Hey man.
Yeah.
Yeah, the camera's at an odd angle. This is a seed. This is why I want a wide angle camera. Like, I could literally have it like this, and it wouldn't be like stuck over here. And I'm sad because I spent so much on this, and like, I should...
Can't even do it after, whatever it is.
Yeah, but it's a big lens, you gotta like tape onto the... Like, it works, it would work here, but yeah, I like the idea of just being able to pull the phone out and record stuff. But so... Yeah, okay, that was a side note. I need to talk to you guys about eBay variations, because that's what this video is going to be kind of centered around, right? So, I'm learning more about variations, and my understanding of them is that if any part of the variation sells, then all of the listings get a boost. So it's a more efficient way to get better SEO and traffic.
I've been waiting. Which weapon is ready for
Game Boys before? What I found is that the best way to sell them on eBay, at least, was to have a good till canceled listing with as many different variations as possible. Because once you got a couple of the Game Boy sales going, then you would really start to sell them much more often, right? At first,
going on a trip?
Like I'd get 1 or 4 sales.
Special deal for busy travel.
Next week after that, then there would be that same amount of sales, except in a week. You have to kind of build the listing's history up, right? And now that I have a YouTube audience, and I have more free time, and I have more finances, I want to get back into the Game Boy stuff and really identify how to enjoy it and enjoy it. So the goal is to make a game that has a ton of different variations as possible. If you guys saw the previous video, that was about like Walmart and stuff. And Eric also looking for somebody responded to that like really quick. Yeah, it's insane. So this is also about variations. So this probably means that I should do a video showing you guys variations on the screen so that you can actually see. Because it's kind of, I don't really like doing too many of these videos where I'm just talking to you guys about the subject, because that's not how I learn. I don't learn by somebody talking about it unless I've already been exposed to variations. So there's very much a part of me that wishes I could just like hit a button and then click the recording on the computer and I could explain the variations. But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do this video and we're just hang out. I'm going to stop. Cool. Okay. So this is a whole bunch of stuff that I haven't addressed yet. We've identified, so we need to do like triage. We need to determine what requires the least amount of work possible that we can profit from. So that example, you just remove the sticker, right? Super easy to fix. This is not so easy to fix. It's blurry and requires like disassembling the LCD, right? So I'm just gonna move this aside. We're just gonna put it over here, and we're gonna test the next one.
I'm gonna do water back here. Or chest on.
Yeah, that's probably smart. So this one. I'm confused actually. I actually don't see anything wrong with it. But in order for it to be in the pile, there had to be something wrong with it.
Could have been placed. Possible.
Some are tricky because there's no problem, but then when you screw them together, it puts pressure. Yeah, and that like could be this.
Just throw it together and see what happens.
There also are problems, so I'm powering it through this cable, right? But normally it's powered through batteries. So I've had scenarios in the past where the cable connection works, but the wire that goes to the battery AC power doesn't. So when you put batteries in, nothing happens, which is irritating. So this would probably be a good opportunity for you to try and assemble this. Most of the assembly is all of those screws and then the 4 screws in this part. Once you've done that, the thing that's really important is to be aware that this is a glass screen, so it's really easy to scratch it. Normally I have protection over this, and I don't put the glass screen on until everything else is done, right? But in this situation, we're like salvaging shit I did like a year and a half ago. So, yeah, exactly. So what you're gonna do is screw it together. And so normally you were using these screws earlier. These are the internal Game Boy screws. They're different than the external Game Boy screws.
Yeah.
The internal screws always have a Phillips head like this, whereas the external ones often have a 3 like that.
Oh wow.
It's weird, right?
I've never even seen that before.
Yeah, I hadn't until I looked at the Game Boy stuff either. And so what's confusing as well is depending on where the Game Boy was manufactured and when, sometimes they have Phillips screws and sometimes they have these screws. And often people have removed the screws and put in different screws. So sometimes it's like half Phillips and half the 3-way screws, and that's really annoying.
That's bizarre, dude.
Yeah, it is funny. Okay, so now we're going to put this on a cushion. Remember, you got to be careful about protecting the LCD, and also be aware of this cable. If this cable gets damaged, the Game Boy is broken.
You want to send this up?
Yeah. There's a couple components that are like easy to replace, and then there are other components that are not easy to replace. So yeah, now you're just going to put 6 screws in, and I'll grab your 6 screws here. So double check, make sure they all have the 3-winged.
What would you call this screw?
I think it's tri-wing. I'm not sure. And you guys know. It's got 3 tips.
Sometimes it's called like Steven's head or
Steven's head as opposed to Phillips head.
Yeah.
It's not focusing. I can't see it. And here you can use this one. And so you're assembling that. So I guess I can take this apart and we can figure out if we can fix this.
Oh, you don't have the...
Yeah, I got like 3 screwdrivers. It's so awesome to have all of the tools.
I like this shop. This is cool.
Yeah. If we do this right, then I can just make buttloads of these, like tons and tons and tons of them. And they'll just slowly over time. And every time they sell, we just have to ship it out. And then there's returns and stuff too, but
Here?
yeah. Yeah, no, it'll be fine. It's just one of those things I think about and I haven't done.
I have to change it.
You still haven't done that?
No, I haven't done anything. Besides down the
That's only done
Everything's
2
boring
years.
here.
That's all that counts, right? I think everything on
Oh, to the one down the street.
Oh, gotcha. That makes more sense.
So this is not thinking, it's just spinning. I mean, is it tight in all the way? Like, pretty tight?
No, you should, if it keeps spinning, that probably means that the thread is already broken. So that's pretty common.
Don't mind if I do.
At least 4 of the screws in, and the Game Boy is still going to be structurally sound. It's not going to be different multiple times usually. But if you can only get 2 or 3 in, then that's a problem. Might have to use 2 or something. Yeah, but you don't want to lose that. Yeah, exactly. So this, I don't know how I can show them. This Game Boy is damaged. Oh, good. two kinds of damage. One is going to be really hard to see, and one is really obvious. The reason that it's relevant is that two kinds of damage is that one is easy to fix, and one is challenging to fix. So, these are backlights, right? And, okay, I gotta make it so they can actually, like... It's kind of cool to have this little stand here. I always hold my phone. I know I really should get a stabilizer for you guys.
Healing power of Undine.
Okay, so at
Pure
some
water.
point...
Thanks.
Oh, yeah, I need to put the game in. Okay, so you guys can kind of see it. Now I need to touch this one. Boom, 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 boom. But there's no batteries in it.
Oh, it's gotta be plugged in.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, so you can play it too? It doesn't hold a charge?
No. The batteries are, like, you could get rechargeable batteries,
I
but...
know what you're saying now.
Hey! Okay, so they can see it. It's kind of hard to see the damage. So on these screens, you can adjust the contrast right here. And this is sometimes the easiest way to identify damage. You can take it to the extreme black part or the extreme white part. And so if you can tell in this corner, there's like a bright white spot. That's an indication that liquid fell on it. And I don't know if you guys can see, but there's like right along here, it's a darker gray as opposed to the light. It very much looked like somebody spilt a liquid on the screen. And this happens when you're performing the mod. You have to add this layer of like dust in between the LCD screen and the polarizer. Otherwise, you get this effect called like osmosis rings or something like that. And it comes from the moisture in the like almost vacuum small amount of space there condensating. So you need some kind of powder or some kind of like basic desiccant in order to put a layer where the water can't form, so you can't get those bubbles. So this unit was modded, but it was modded without that powder. So that powder now has to be added. And that would fix these like rings here. However, that spot, that really bright spot, that indicates a problem with the backlight itself. And then there's one more problem that's minor, that is slightly noticeable. So you can actually see it in the image very basically, but there's a long line right there, right? That might be able to be fixed. Unless I've already like tried to heat this and fix it that way. In general, Game Boys have one most common problem, and that is lines across the screen. Lines that go this way, up and down, are easy to fix. You literally just get a soldering iron and heat this black bar part here, and then it fixes the lines. Lines going that way are like impossible to fix generally. You'd have to be like an expert solderer who manufactures electrical components and uses machines in order to fix that kind of damage, because it has something to do with like the ribbon cables and these solder connections. And in general, if an individual component like that is broken, then it's going to be really hard to make things work. Cool. I think that's all for the video. I'm going to end this now. But you guys have a general sense of some of the other stuff we're working on. Bye. And once these are up and available, there'll be like links in the description. Because I know that there's some way that I can do it more profitably now that there's a YouTube channel. And the YouTube channel is supposed to be all about just making videos about stuff that's happening anyway. So this is something that's happening anyway. I'm not sure how gung-ho I'm gonna get into it, but considering it's something I've done in the past, I have a lot of time and it's fun. Yeah, it'll be cool. Bye guys.
Hey, something.
What's up guys? I want to talk to you a bit of... What's up everybody? I've got good news. So, I finally purchased a gimbal. I don't have it yet, it's not here yet. But the shaky, jittery video should be limited in the future. I got a fancy like $60 one that has like a big weight, so your hand can go like this, and the camera stays still. So that'll be fun. I'm also going back to Nicaragua, and I'm going to Thailand. Big update. So let's talk about that for a bit. So I am going back to Nicaragua with my best friend Lucas. Well, one of my best friends. So I've got a couple of really close friends who I have like familial connection with. So like my progress is their progress is my progress. Being around each other makes our lives better. That kind of relationship, right? So I'm really excited because I've always wanted to travel with people I care about, and I've never been able to. So that's changing because Lucas is literally doing what I did, and he's gonna leave his job, leave his lease, and then just go to Nicaragua and see what happens. So we're gonna be in Nicaragua in January, and as long as the political situation there isn't like too insane, we're probably still gonna go. Just because I know people, I have friends there, and I know like they're still there, they're still relatively okay. And for me, it's really important to see them again and show them that like I'm close to them and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, so Lucas and I are going to be in Nicaragua for the New Year. So we're for the beginning of 2019. So we're gonna be there in January, and then on like February 1st, we're actually going to Thailand. So that's the other place that I'll be going. And I'm gonna be in Thailand for a while. So the traveling visa for Thailand is like 6 months. So that's the longest I could stay, but I might stay less. I'm not actually sure how long we're gonna stay. I'm trying to keep things really up in the air because we're gonna be in Chiang Mai, which is like basically the dropshipping capital of the world. And I'm hoping that I'll be able to meet some really like interesting other people there to kind of network with more dropshippers. There's some really cool people in Thailand. So I know that like it'll be different than Nicaragua. I feel like Thailand's more approachable than Nicaragua. There's a bigger like English-speaking expat community in Thailand. So that's a thing. But yeah, those are the main things I wanted to talk about in this video. Are those plans that I gotta get.
Try to stop me.
Mami, ¿cómo está?
What's up, everybody? Excited to be here today. We're going to be talking to How are you doing today? I'm doing really well. Just woke up, but that is what it is. My roommate had to pick somebody up really late at night last night, so I got to because I was sleeping on the couch. I heard every single word So I was how about never a dull moment, right?
Okay.
Another one. Before we get too much into how you got into that, let's talk a bit about you. I want to understand like how you got into so where were you first, like 10 years of your life
Good.
Bobito se está comiendo la comida de ella.
I don't think so.
Paquito la acabo de ver. Está limpio. ¿Qué le pasa al lengua que no deja nada?
Yeah, but I gave her when I fed her, I gave her some food, and then she ate it all, like dejó un poquitico, and then I just gave her a couple of cookies, which I know she went and ate most of them, so whatever was there must have been like barely anything.
Healing power of Undy. Cure water. Thanks.
Takes more than that.
I'm ready.
Takes more than that.
Okay.
Welcome to the Tiger!
Yeah, it's like party kind of, but outside. Yeah.